What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a daily news video on this Thursday already. Time is flying. Like it's already it's November. Like it's crazy, but it's November and time is going fast. Um, Things are moving fast for the club. Maybe because a lot of things that are happening are crazy. That makes you talk about him. But today we have, I think it's good news. I'm assuming it's good news, and it's about Chiesa. Um, we play on Sunday. That's not true. We play on Saturday against Verona. We haven't really talked about that game. I will do a preview, a pre-recorded one that will drop on Saturday morning. So keep that in mind when you're watching that pre-record video. I have no knowledge about what Allegri is going to say in that video because I'm out. I'm on holiday a couple of days. So I'm going to pre-record that. That's going to drop on Sunday. But we play Verona. It's a must-win game, obviously. And we're going to need the player I'm going to talk about, Chiesa, which is crazy because it's Verona at home. But I think the last couple of games, yes, we won them. But you can feel we are missing one thing, and it's Federico Chiesa. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Before we get into it, like, as always, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification, and let's get into it. Okay, so the news of the day is that Mana and Giuntoli were spotted with, we're spotting having a meeting with Ramadani, the agent of Chiesa, who became his agent, I think, last summer or something like that. And they talked about handing him out a new deal because his contract expires in 25. In 25, which is it's not long. It's not long. That is dangerous territory. And the news is that Giuntoli wants to wrap it up now. He doesn't want to wait till January or February or the summer or whatever. He wants to do it now to get it done and move on from that, you know? And the good thing is the news, obviously, that we want to keep Chiesa and that we're trying to keep Chiesa because in the summer it felt like we were trying to sell Chiesa. And if you hand out this new deal, you can still sell, but you don't have the feeling he's having the start to the season that is going to make teams splash the cash on him as of now, just in general. So the good news is he's going to stay. That's or like that the club's trying to keep him. He wants to stay. So you're assuming they will find an agreement. The flip side of it, or not the flip side, is this deal needs to happen. Like it cannot collapse because we are so heavily dependent on Chiesa, and that goes playing Lecce, playing whoever. We heavily need Chiesa. The good thing is he is that talent. You know, he's that talented. I still think he needs to step it up a few notches if he wants to be that guy. You know, in terms of worldwide consistency. But for this team, it's good to have that player. Is exciting, but it's also worrying that we need him so much, and when he's not out there, we look so much different going forward in terms of creating any sort of danger. You know, not patterns of play or style of play, just individual brilliance, abilities, whatever you want to call it. It's a good thing we have him, but it's also a worrying thing that it's so depending on him. You know, him trying to be this man, take on 1-2 players, creating some space for others to run into, even though we don't always do that. But he is that guy for his team. You know, without him, we struggle. We struggle because he's one of those players. You just give him the ball, and you're like, okay, he can take pressure off a little bit. He can hold it on. He can create something. He can, you know, again, a game that we've been struggling with. He comes up and he pops up with a goal or with an assist or with a moment that kind of changes the momentum of the game. And sad, but reality, even against very poor sides where you're like, we don't need, like, you need to show up for those games, obviously, but it shouldn't be that depending on him. But it's good, you know. It's November. If you wrap it up before the January transfer window, that's great because that's one less worry to worry about. You know, heading into what could be a busy January transfer window for us, but also heading into the summer, because let's say you finish top four, and we should, there are no excuses, and you get that Champions League, you need to plan for the season ahead. You don't need to worry on top of that. Oh, we need to keep an eye on Chiesa. What his contract situation is like. That should not be the case, especially not in the summer. And to be honest, to have a good season, it shouldn't be hanging over his head throughout the season. You just need to wrap it up. If you want him to stay and he wants to stay, just find a quick, swift solution, which I don't think is going to be that difficult because both parties want to work together, want to continue together. I think it's very quote unquote easy to find a solution and move on, and move on to having a good season, obviously for us, for him. And we need him for us to have a good season. But that's some positive news. I think everybody wants Chiesa to stay. I don't think anyone is sitting here like, let it go. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. If you're like one of those people saying, let him go, or like cash in and rebuild. I don't know. Maybe that could be a thought process some people have in the fan base. Let me know why you think that. But in general, it's good. We're quote unquote early to the case. Like early would be last season, but new management, whatever. I understand that it didn't happen last season, to be honest. But as of now, that's some good news. That's some exciting news. That's some relieving news. Where you look at it and you're like, okay, it feels like they're heading towards getting this done quickly. And that's just good. With all the stress we've had, or like with all the things that we have dealt with that have nothing to do with this, with the season, and you can name it, Fagioli, Pogba, just name it. This is like a breath of fresh air where you're like, oof, okay, we can move on, or like this is in the pipeline, we can get it done, and then we can move on to, I don't know, something better, something bigger. So let me know. And a lot of things happened. Douglas Costa spoke. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm going to do a live, so check that out. We have scouts for Neves, Vermeeren, and another guy I just blanked out. I'm not going to talk about this in this video. I'm also going to put out a video for that tomorrow, because that deserves more time than just a quick 2 to 3 minutes. So go check those out. Preview on Saturday, as I said in the morning, because I'm out. I will do videos while I'm on holiday, but it's going to be, on my phone. So don't comment about that. It is what it is. I'll be back in normal settings on Wednesday evening. We'll probably be doing a members live to discuss what happened over the weekend and maybe in the first couple of days of next week. So that's that for this video. Again, like, subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification. Let me know in the comments what you think about Chiesa getting that new deal. Because maybe some of you are like, oh no, cash in and we need that money to rebuild. I don't know. Could be. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments why, and I will read it. Thanks for watching. See you live next Wednesday. No, today. If you're watching it today, this video. Otherwise, next Wednesday. Ciao.